Hi, my name is Christian J and welcome to Chris's Quotes episode number 4. So for today's episode, what I wanted to do was discuss a very good quote, which I, kind of came on my mind in the last week, and I actually posted it on my Instagram if you happen to see it. It's by this very powerful, very influential lady who was an activist, a writer, a poet, and someone who I believe that everyone should at least try your best to listen to or find something and just read up on her. Now, it is the late, great Maya Angelou. So if you haven't done anything in regards to listening to her or finding out anything about her, I encourage you to just look for something and use that even as your Black History Month learning, if anything. Obviously, I want you to learn about her outside of that. But of course, if you haven't had the chance to look at anything, please do so. So the quote itself is, if you don't like something, then change it. And if you can't change that, change your attitude. But that's easier said than done. So what we wanted to do was just understand what things we can do in order to kind of move on from situations that may occur that actually fit in regards to the quote. So with this quote, I just thought about it and I thought, what really stops and hinders us from actually moving on from things? And yeah, one of the things is, I think, is attitude change. A lot of us can be quite stubborn or cantankerous, as some of us might say. And I feel that some of that comes down to, we have an innate instinct, to want to have this control over everything in our lives. And a lot of us struggle with that. It could be, in relationships, it could be in your job at work, it could even be how you order your meal at the restaurant. It could be something just like that. So what we want to do is just understand, why have we got that innate thing within us that stops us from moving on? Because without that attitude change, you're still going to be affected by the thing that you're actually annoyed about. Because if you don't like something and you try and change it and you can't change it, then you might as well move on. You're just going to be banging your head against a brick wall, and for what? It's not going to do anything. I mean, there's another quote, from Einstein, the definition of insanity is to keep doing the same thing over and over and over again without changing anything, but expecting a different result. And that's kind of what some of us do. And again, it's out of possibly that stubborn nature or the fear to try something new. So what we want to kind of understand and do is to shift the behavior slightly so we can get to the result that we want. So what we need to do is a little trick. So what I want you to do is just try something, and let's just call it Chris's box technique. I'm just going to call it that just because I might reference that in a future video. So what I always tell people around me who I discuss with something like this is, just imagine if you've got two boxes. So you've got box A and you've got box B. So in box A, what you want to do is put in everything that you can control. So you put in your words, you put in your actions, you put in the things that you have a personal impact on and that you can actually change. And you close that box tight and you hold on to it. Don't let it go. Keep hold of it. And then you got box B. So in box B, you may have guessed it by now, you put in everything that you can't control. So other people's actions, other people's words, things in nature that you can't control. And then you just close that box and you throw it away. There's no point holding on to it. Just release it and let it go. Now, I do realize that might not solve everything. This isn't a one-size-fits-all technique, but what it will do, or at least what the hope in what that will do for you, to refocus your mind. Because a lot of us, because we can't change the thing that is annoying us, we harbor the bitterness and intent inside, and it just stops us from moving. It's like you're chewing on toffee or treacle, and it's really gritty and it's hard to really get through, or you're chugging through the mud and you've got these boots and it's hard to move. You're kind of doing that. So why not just change the layout, change where you are, and just move on from there? So if you can do that, so you got box A, hold on, box B, release and let go, then you should be able to allow your mind that extra space, that extra freedom to come up with some constructive freedom, some ideas, and these little things that can just germinate and just help you to figure out the plan. And then that way, you're off. you're off. You're free to go. So yeah. So with this one, I just want to kind of just draw it to a close very quickly, because I feel that is really as much as I need to go into this. So again, Chris consideration time is 1, release. Chris's box technique, release. So again, box A, put everything you can control, close it, hold on to it. Box B, everything that you can't control, put it in there, close it, and get rid of it. And a bit of a curveball on this one. For the second Chris consideration, have a look up at some of Maya Angelou's quotes, literature, or something. I know it's a bit different, it's a bit of homework, but yeah, I believe by doing that, you'll be able to probably find some other little gems of knowledge that can just help you in your everyday lives. And it doesn't even have to be with this particular topic. But yeah, just to help edify you, and even if it's not something for you, you may see a message that might lay on your heart and think, I know someone who needs to hear this, and I can pass it on to them and encourage them that way. And then it rolls on and snowballs from there. So all I can say is thanks for listening. Follow the social media icons and add me up. Follow me, do whatever you need to do. Subscribe to the channel for future videos. Please, press like on your way out. Hit the bell icon as well, so it makes sure you don't miss out any future videos, and share it with friends, family, and whoever else you feel may need to need it. But apart from that, it's me, Christian J, signing off again. Laters.